Y'all, I want to say so. I wasn't gonna say nothing. I know YouTube ain't gonna play it, but I gotta say it. I want to ask everybody a question out there. Why would they? It ain't nothing bad, but it ain't good neither. But we the chosen, right? Why would they put mercury and stuff in our food? We know what some of us know. I really don't. I ain't studied, but I know what mercury can be used for. Ritual, ancient stuff, um, hurting gods or angels, all that. So why they put it in our food? And then they know harming the chosen one. I think this is in the Bible itself. They know harming the chosen one will crack a seal. Okay. And they still got almost everybody in the world helping these people torture the chosen one in this matter. Now, it's been going on for a long time. Man, I just figured it was a test, seeing that God knew about it and all. But now at this point, I'm starting to question it. I'm right here with my father, like my brother Jesus was. God, when God had to tell Jesus, you finna die like this, this is how you gonna die, this is when you gonna die, this is the time you gonna die. Oh, rough. But that's where I'm at with God. Whatever my next step in mission gonna be, whether God say, you gonna get married and have a happy life, or he say, you finna get tortured to death. I'm gonna stay with God, regardless of what it is. That's why I'm at with God. He gonna give me the full detail, and I'm gonna understand it in detail, like my brother Jesus Christ. So that's why I'm at with God. You get what I'm saying? So I done elevated out of all that worldly stuff a long time ago, and I ain't got no friends and families and nobody to depart from. I got people who holding me captured. I got people who holding me hostage. I ain't got nobody in my life. So, young lady, you can hold on to them messages. I understand where you're coming from, though, just in case they try to come back into my life. But ain't no coming back. I've been straight up with mine since day one. They know when they burn this bridge with me, and they know when I cut them off like this, it's cut off. I'm a whole man. But I get where you're coming from, and I respect what you're saying. But back to what I'm trying to say. We gotta pay attention. Y'all need to pay attention to this kind of stuff. Because if you're doing it for $1, they're gonna give you an extraordinary amount of money. Maybe, if you're smart enough. They're gonna give you an extraordinary amount of money where you can't refuse. But if you're doing it to crack a seal, you get what I'm saying? If you're doing it to bring on the apocalypse, what is the dollar gonna be worth once you done brought on the apocalypse? The apocalypse gonna immediately, the world gonna shift to a third world to where money is wallpaper and you need trading stuff like in jail. And the prisoners know what I'm talking about. And they'll tell you, money is, outside of it, you can get money to do that now, to do it. I'm talking about the regular old prison routine. You need, what they call it in jail? Items to trade. They're more tangible than money. You need items. What you got to trade? I give you a fork for 100 bun. Something like that serious. So, where are we going with this, y'all? What I'm trying to say, the planet is in the people's hands. Why would you destroy the planet for something that's gonna be worthless once you destroy the planet? That's what I'm trying to say. It ain't no sense in it. It's like everybody is to this point where they gotta make a grown-up decision, and they constantly making these. When God came to me in this situation a few years ago, he pretty much told me you gotta turn down everything. He said you gotta turn down everything. He said you gotta turn down everything. that I did that I had fun with. And that was a lot for me, because I had a lot going on. I had a lot going on. And the worstest part for me was, like, with most people, it was drugs, sex, and this and that. For me, it was my child. I thought my child was the best thing in my life that I ever had in my life. I ain't never had nobody I could love. I ain't never had nobody I could pour love into. And I finally got it, and it was mine. And I had to let it go. That was the hardest part for me. That was the hardest part for me. I could have took different approaches to keep my child, but God came to me with this observation, with this option. So it's like, and I'm glad, even if I can wind a hand time, I made the same decision. Because God needs me more. When God needs me, everything else is irrelevant. When God say, okay, son, you can go be a human, you fine now, then I'm fine, I'm going to do that, I'm going to be a human. As long as God tell me, hey, man, can't go to work yet, can't quit YouTube, you can't do this, you got to keep doing this, keep doing that, and guess what, you finna die tomorrow. They're going to hang you, they're going to torture you to death, all the way to death. I'm going to say, well, give me the strength, God. Give me the strength, Lord. And I'm going to go ahead and take it there. Ain't no other place I'd rather be than be on God's side. So it's like, what in the world are y'all thinking about out there? I'm just saying, we know, I ain't got no proof of the mercury, I don't guess. But we know now they putting mercury in people's stuff. In their food, in their stuff. You can say it's a test, but I don't think God would put no test out like that. It's in the movies, it's in all the Egyptian movies and stuff. They use mercury to keep people in prison. I mean, to keep the, make sure that they don't free, because they was well advanced back then. I guess the souls would come out and whoop your ass. They put the mercury around. I don't know how that go, y'all, but they was deep on that knowledge. They was way smarter than us. People always say, we got computers now, and we get to, we are not as smart as they was back then. If I ain't mistaken, it's a pyramid in every part of the world. And that's the airport. That thing knows how to teleport people. That's why it don't look like an airport. It's something that thing that activates. And people went from place to place through teleportation. Had to been. Because if they can make time machines, they can make a teleportation machine. They done made it. Got it somewhere probably. Just ain't using it. Because it's a pyramid everywhere in the world. In America, everywhere. I just think about this stuff, y'all. I be like, what's going on, man? What's really going on with people in their minds? Drugs? I blame drugs. Because I know when I was on drugs and a guy was trying to talk to me, I wasn't listening. I was listening, but I wasn't listening. And it was only when I got off the drugs, I was able to tap in like I needed to. And then I seen clearly. And every time I was on the drugs or trying to tap in, my grandma would always intervene and say, your mind too clouded. And I hated her saying that. It got on my nerve. I said to y'all a lot. I never got it. But sometimes I'd be sober with her. And she'd say, your mind clouded. And what she was saying was, even though I was sober, I still ain't gave myself time to filter all that out. I can't help but look at women, bro. I got a problem, though. I think women are so beautiful. That's why I'm trapped. I feel like that. I like to tell myself that's why I'm trapped. But I know how to handle myself around. I've been around women my whole life. But man, I think women are gorgeous. That's why I said, obviously, when they said Satan was the most prettiest thing God could ever create, it had to be a woman. Cause I don't know no other man to be that beautiful. I don't care who you think you is. It had to been a woman. Had to been a woman. Ooh, wait. I know how to make love to a woman, boy. Without doing all that extra stuff, y'all got extracurricular stuff y'all got. That was me and Anubis were talking about a while back. Anubis wanted a hamburger. I had to go and cook a hamburger. I don't trust everybody cooking. I finally gave him a hamburger. And if y'all go back I in the building, I told a story about Anubis wanting a hamburger. And here lately he been, cause I got a chef. He cook what Anubis like to eat. It ain't got nothing to do with him. I just don't trust nobody, man. So I know he probably played a role in it for a while, but just didn't understand the detrimental of everything, the depth of everything, and it's deep. And so I just don't trust nobody. Because I'm still getting contaminated somehow through something, and it's got to get in my energy some way. So anyway, let me go out here and get this ball for that boy. I knew my brother wasn't gonna do it. That boy done throw this ball around the fence. Let me go get this ball. Well, never mind. His mama going to get it. Jerry gonna show him the hood way. I don't know if that slide under there. Yeah, he gonna slide under there. Anyway. But like I said, y'all, I don't know what's going on out there. But y'all hope y'all figure it out. Like I said, it don't matter to me. All the chosen, any of the chosen ones that's in the proper position they need to be in, it don't matter what happens. If you take their life or not, they're going to a great place. They're going to be fine. Anyway, she going to drive a car. Let me go get this ball.